Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. We're going to start off with the space photos again. You guys really seem to like those the best. This is from space.com on Twitter, and it's a picture of Stephan's Quintet. It's a Wonderful Life. And this picture was taken by the James Webb Space Telescope. Fabulous. This is my early morning, no makeup, hair unbrushed look. Just couldn't get myself together this morning, but I didn't want to not make my videos, so I just decided to do it like this. Okay. We have a lot to cover today. We have a lot of updates to stories, and then just one story at the end that's a big story that we're going to cover. From my opinion, of course, I don't know where to go with that one. But I'm going to give you the news. Some of it I've already given you, but we're just going to cover what we've got. And of course, I want your opinions, what you think about everything. So yeah, let's just go. Do you guys remember when William, for his birthday, put on a red vest and went around selling that newspaper, to help the homeless? Well, typical William, he didn't forget the new friend that he made. His friend had a birthday. So what does William do? William shows up with the birthday cake for him. And you can tell this was caught on somebody's cell phone. No paparazzi, no calls to the media. He walked in, went to hand the cake, is having a conversation. Somebody looked up and went, "Oh my God, it's William." Whipped out their phone and snapped some pictures. There you go. King of everybody's hearts. Next up, William and Catherine also put out a very nice statement addressing the floods in New Zealand and giving support, which I think is wonderful. Next up, I found this on Twitter. This is a new bronze bust by Frances Siegelman, who is the sculptor wife of philanthropist Jack Petchey, and it was originally commissioned for her 70th birthday 2 years ago. The sculpture has been delivered to the charity UK Youth. Love it. All right, this story really irritated me, actually, and I'll explain why. So Lady Louise, who was raised with no titles, who was told that she's more than likely going to have to work for a living, decided to get a job over the summer before she starts at St. Andrews. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, you guys know if Harry and Meghan's kids were older and they took a summer job to earn minimum wage, people would be going, yay, see, they're raising them not to be royal. They're raising them to be normal people. So here this girl goes and gets a part-time summer job at a local gardening center. It should not have been announced until the summer was over, in my opinion. But she goes and gets the job, and guess what happens? Oh, go on, people, take a guess. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she got mocked. People mocked her for getting a part-time job and working over the summer. And I think we all know who did the mocking. It was the Sussex Squad. The same people who talk about love, life, uplifting people. Let's worry about our mental health. Yes, those are the same people who mocked a girl for getting a part-time job. Unbelievable. Moving on. All right, I'm barely going to touch on this story because the criticism for Harry performing host duties, we all know what happened. But as it turns out, he really wasn't a host. He was a little blip. He added on to something that was already going on, and he wasn't mentioned in anything. So this is really a non-story. And the reason, by the way, people got upset is because he's not representing the UK and he's not representing the United States. He should keep his nose out of everything. Moving on. All right, Omid Scobie faced a lot of backlash because, of course, he's doing his usual. He's saying wonderful things about Harry and Meghan, and he's slamming Kate and William at every turn. I just find it just unbelievable that this man expects the world to believe that he's not linked to Harry and Meghan in any way, that he doesn't communicate with them in any way, that he knows nothing about them in any way, when it's already been proven in a court of law that that's not true. I mean, come on. Anyway, here's what he put up. Despite spending over $5.4 million on turning Kensington Palace into a forever home, the Cambridges are leaving London this month for a new property in Windsor. Was it all a waste of sovereign grant funding? pointing out the fact that Harry and Meghan spent millions on theirs and they had to pay some back. He's leaving out a few items from that, of course. Item number one is that what Harry and Meghan were asked to pay back was not the money from the taxpayers. It was the extras over and above. There were specific things that they wanted that were more luxurious than what was going to be done in the renovation. So the above and beyond stuff, yes, they were asked to repay that money. Absolutely. But I really like what this Twitter user pointed out, that the difference in the two couples is that one has been there for 9 years, not 9 minutes. They worked for those 9 years, and the apartment will still be used. And keep in mind that once the kids are grown and out of the house, they'll probably go back to the Kensington Palace apartment. I mean, even other journalists can see what he's doing. He's trying so hard to make people angry at William and Catherine while he says nothing but wonderful things about Harry and Meghan. And come to find out, as I showed you in yesterday's video, the information he's putting out is incorrect. And I believe he knows that it's incorrect. He just doesn't care. He's going to get that information out no matter what. Pfft. All right, the stories are coming out that the reason that Harry and Meghan released the dates of their European tour is because they're concerned that there won't be crowds and they're filming for Netflix. Now, for me, it's my understanding, for instance, the Well Child Awards, those are parents and their sick children. So I'm not sure what this is doing. But apparently somebody put out, I showed you guys the other day, somebody put out a thing, they're looking for seat fillers. They don't want a repeat of what happened in the UN. They just don't. The agenda's been put out, as you can see what's going to happen at the opening ceremony. It almost sounds like they're trying to make a duplicate of the Invictus Games. There's a flag ceremony, a world flag ceremony, music, dancing, entertainment, keynote speakers. Doesn't that sound like they're copying what happened at the Invictus Games? Doesn't that sound to you like that's what they're doing anyway? And then they have this whole itinerary, which I guarantee you Harry and Meghan will not be attending. All right, moving on. People are asking me why these puff pieces are coming out about Harry and Meghan are more in love than ever, and they're going to get remarried, and there's going to be, they're going to do a vow renewal, and what is happening? Well, let me tell you, two things have happened. It's a twofold problem. Number one, they need content for Netflix. Absolutely. Number two, the UN situation happened. For those who don't remember, watch this. Harry lets go of Meghan's hand. Meghan then grabs Harry's arm. Harry becomes nervous, starts bouncing. His leg starts bouncing. He rearranges his jacket. His face, he's got his tongue in his cheek. He's looking very uncomfortable. And it's obvious that there's a problem in paradise. When Harry finally gets his arm back, he's like, please let go of my arm. Then he starts playing with his wedding ring, and she's like, don't worry. And she starts, after she hands off the water bottle to her coworker, she starts rubbing his arm like she can't. And look at Harry's face. He's looking down. He's got his tongue in his cheek again. He obviously doesn't want to be touched, but she won't take her hands off of him. That's why, my friends, there's going to be a vow renewal to dispel the rumors of problems in paradise. Next up, I just want to touch on this, again, with the Sussex squad. Harry shouldn't say anything. He shouldn't do anything about the wildlife in Africa. He doesn't care. Harry is the one who cares. Moving on. All right, moving on to our big story for the day. I've already shown you these headlines. Meghan is going to jettison Harry to pave the way for her U.S. presidential ambitions. She wants to get into politics. We've heard that multiple times before. There are some problems with her being married to Harry and wanting to get into office. And the problem is her royal titles. There is a problem. Okay, so, yes, I got dressed and did my hair and makeup. So, why can't she keep her titles and run for office? I'm reading it right off of the legal site. Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8 of the Constitution, called the Foreign Emoluments Clause, which states that no person holding office shall accept a title of any kind whatsoever from any king, prince, or foreign state without the express consent of Congress. So does anybody really think that Congress is going to allow her to keep her title of princess and duchess and still have the Senate? It's never going to happen. Now, here's my issue with this. You have to fundraise to run for office. You have to fundraise because you don't want to spend millions of your own money on advertisements and whatever. So now this website that I previously shown you makes perfect sense. I firmly believe that she is behind this website. They're selling T-shirts and cups. These are cups that cost $3 to make, T-shirts that cost $2 to make, and they're charging you $20, $30, $40 because they're raising money so that she can run for office. That's exactly what this is. Because the idea that it's not is, you have to wonder, if it's not, then somebody is using her to line their own pockets. And I don't think Harry and Meghan would allow that. This is also for sale on Etsy. Now, here's the other issue that I have. She's never held an office. She's never even been on the board of a PTA. Most politicians they become members of a city council, then they'll become a mayor, then they run for governor, then they run for a seat in the Senate or Congress, then they launch from there to the presidency. She is wanting to hop, skip, and jump over everything and just head straight to the Senate. And then I think she honestly believes in her head that she's going to go from the Senate to the presidency. And let me tell you something, this whole woke thing that she's got going on, if she thinks that she's not going to have to sit down and be interviewed and answer hard questions about the lies that she told, where evidence is going to be put into her face, you said this, and this is really the truth. You said this, and this is really the truth. They are going to make mincemeat out of her. You have to have a serious, thick skin to run. I don't think she's got it. Sorry. Could you imagine her standing there in a debate with somebody and being asked, why did you say this on the Oprah show when it wasn't true? Why did you say this about your sister when it wasn't true? Why did you say blah, blah, blah when it was later proven to be untrue? I mean, I don't think she's going to let herself be put into a position where she's going to have to answer questions. And if you run for office, that is exactly what's going to happen. Like, I don't think she's thought this through. At the same time, if she is truly as narcissistic as everybody is saying she is, then in her brain, she probably does think that she can just explain everything away and she's not worried about it. That is one debate I absolutely would tune in for. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is going to be a much shorter video than usual by about 7 minutes. Yay. Take it easy today. So, I want your comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you've already hit it, don't forget to double check because we already know that people are being unsubscribed and we don't know why. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, Getter, Rumble. You can email me. For those of you who donate to my coffee fund and through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.